Best build in the game. That's what this build is going to be all about. Now, there are builds out there that are better for solo queue, but this is a general build that's the best thing that you could possibly bring if your goal is to completely humiliate the killer. And I'm talking about making sure that the killer gets absolutely 0 kills, making sure that everybody gets out alive. This is what you want to bring if you're in a group. It's a good build, maybe not the best build, but a good build for solo queue. Not the best for ensuring your own survival, but the best for ensuring everyone's survival. The first perk is Dead Hard. That's self-explanatory. I mean, Dead Hard is the best perk in the game. There's no other way around it. You need some kind of exhaustion perk. Sprint Burst is the best option besides Dead Hard. If you don't have access to either of those, then any exhaustion perk will do, but you want to have Dead Hard for the most part. Decisive Strike is number 2. This one's really just here to make sure that a killer can't tunnel you and a teammate can't farm you. Decisive Strike also comes up super clutch towards the end of the game. If one of your teammates gets hooked and you want to trade with them on borrowed time, it pretty much guarantees that even if none of your teammates left alive have borrowed time, they can unhook you and you can rescue yourself with Decisive Strike. And that combos well with Unbreakable. Unbreakable, same thing. Great counter against killers who will slug you to avoid Decisive Strike. So Decisive Strike and Unbreakable combo really well with one another. They go hand in hand. Also, Unbreakable is just a big deal because lots of super sweaty killers will slug, whether it's because it's like an appropriate play for their power, like an Oni using Infectious Fright, or it's really good in the case that you play against a killer that likes to slug for the 4K. They down you and they're going after the other person in order to secure the 4K. That could throw all their plans apart. Unbreakable is also clutch in saving games, where, like, again, we go back to the Oni. I've had games where an Oni slugs all 4 people, gets all 4 of them down at the same time. I get up with Unbreakable and it saves the match. The match would have been over right there. And Unbreakable is clutch for that. Last one's Borrowed Time. Borrowed Time, again, doesn't help you with your own survival so much, because even if the killer's camping, typically you just want to go do gens. But Borrowed Time is really good for securing an escape for your teammates at the end of the game, because I go back to what I said earlier, which is that this is the build you want to run if your goal is to humiliate the killer and make sure that all 4 people escape. You're going to need Borrowed Time to do that, because any killer with half a brain is going to camp the last person they hook once the exit gates are powered. So this will help you get them off the hook. And like I said, in combination with Decisive Strike, it allows you to secure that unhook, save your teammate, and then if somebody else comes back for you and doesn't have Borrowed Time, it can ensure your own survival. So all 4 of them are super synergistic. In my opinion, these are the top 4 perks in the game, bar none. Now, there's a lot of different like variants on that, depending on if you're in a party with people and you're comboing, you know, different perks. Like, you probably want to bring a Circle of Healing if you're in a party with somebody. But if your only concern is just dominating the killer, these are the top 4 perks in the game right here. So yeah, this is the, I guess you could call it the humiliation build. Dead Hard, Decisive Strike, Unbreakable, Borrowed Time. Try it out.